Hello, you cool cats and probably dogs, because let's face it, you're all pigs. How are you? My name is Josh, and I talk about weird things on the internet. And hello, I would like to talk about the recent news, fairly recent news, that was released on henshinjustice.com about the new Super Sentai that's going to come out next year called Shuriken Sentai Ninninger. Look. Um, so they are going to have again a five-man team, five-person team, but this time the a male lead is going to be played by, or one of the male leads is going to be a Yellow Ranger, and thus taking away the yellow color from the females. So one of the females, because I assume it's going to be a three-man, two woman team, one of the females is going to have the white suit. So it's going to be the color scheme of red, blue, yellow, pink, and pink white. This definitely looks like a fun show in the way the suit designs, from only the suit designs. The designs, the color choices, not designs, but the color choices seem to reflect that of, if you guys can remember back to the Changeman era, you can look at the pink and the pink white as sort of like, oh, so they're gonna have that kind of setup again, where it's not exactly, where we're not exactly gonna have a female that is yellow, but we are still gonna have a pink, right? So, and it's apparently the Yellow Ranger is going to have, or is the first yellow male lead in a while since Magi Ranger, which is kind of cool. Which, if anyone remembers Magi Ranger, or a Mystic Force, the Sentai version of that, the guy was played by Beatbuster from the Go Buster series, which everyone kind of liked. You know, the big nose guy with the really nice long red hair, or some whatever. So that's the changes. So we're just gonna have a male yellow and a female white, similar to like Magimother or Gao, whatever, Gao White. Look, I don't remember, but you know, it'll be fun. It'll be definitely a change to what we had last year with Tokyuger, or this year with Tokyuger, and definitely last year with only one pink lead, which was Kyoryu Pink. So it'll be cool. The suit designs are definitely cool because they have like that black mesh alongside the main color of the Ranger, and it invokes the classic portrayal of ninjas having that sort of like black mesh over what their color designations are, so, or under what their color designations are. So that's kind of cool. The helmet designs are the most interesting part for me personally. Is that each of them have a really distinct helmet style. There's some relations with each character. Like, definitely blue and pink have their kind of pointy, like almost shuriken type, like the throwing star look to them, to their helmets. And the white has the most unique design out of all of them because it looks like a clover, basically a four-leaf clover. And red and yellow both look like they have knight helmets on. That's the invocation that I'm getting from them, which is really cool. In that red looks really like a stern, serious fighter with that jagged visor on him, or like that slanted visor, and yellow looks just like that big brooding guy because of that. I don't know, it just invokes the sense of like these guys are kind of like knights, or they look like knights in a way, but they are ninjas, so it's weird. But that's the feeling I get from their helmet designs, and they're definitely cool. Um, Otherwise, like the the Yellow Ranger helmet, if you take out the bottom mouth part, it reminds me of what Hurricane Yellow was in Hurricaneger. A little bit. I don't know. Like, these are definitely, it's hard for me to make comparisons off the top of my head, but I do see some similarities, but they're like the red definitely has some an interesting design, and they all have like at the top of their designs, because it's a fairly symmetrical design on their faces, on their helmets, I mean. The top part of it is whited out. It's just white. So it adds a weird, you know, weird part of it, makes it seem like, oh, this part is unnecessary, or this part is just part of the design, and these are the main parts that we actually see through. So it's cool. And the red has a design that I would think is very iconic. It would be very iconic because the only part or the only design I could ever think of that kind of even comes close or is better than it is not Shuriken, Shinken Red. Shinken Red had a fantastic design, and like the way that helmet was set up with the kanji, just kind of the way they portrayed it in the helmet was really cool. So this comes up to it, and off the top of my head, I can't really come up with anything else. So yeah, these designs, these helmet designs, definitely make them unique characters in their own right, and that's great. I want to see the personalities that are put into these roles. I definitely want to see that. The mech looked okay. I looked at that and it was just like, look, it reminds me of what Shinkenger and what Go-Onger, like these just big mechs that just have like, yeah, Go-Onger had that theme too, but like I don't really look at mechs anymore. So it'll definitely be fun, hopefully, and maybe it'll invoke some sort of resurgence in my Sentai watching experience. But other than that, I don't know any other information, like who's directing it or what's gonna happen. So definitely I'm gonna wait and see what they can pop out. But thanks again for listening, and I'm gonna try to do more of these because I have a lot to talk about. And I'll see you guys again next time. Peace.